Howdy, I'm Paula Disbrow. I'm the executive chef for Fire and Smoke Society and PK Grills, and we're back for another edition of PK.EDU. It feels good to be back in the orange jumpsuit, and I'm ready for action. So a bunch of you called out and said they want to see ribs. Bronson, do you have? Here we go. A request for spare ribs from Broy B, B-R-O-Y-B. And on Instagram, we heard from Abum79 and Holt Todd. Said, show us your ribs. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna smoke some ribs today. And thanks for the really fun assignment, guys. Okay, so today we're gonna smoke coffee and whiskey ribs. First, we're gonna rub each rack with a spice blend. It's a espresso-based spice blend. And we're also gonna glaze it and with a coffee whiskey sauce, which we'll make together while it's smoking. So this is my spice blend. It's not a fire and smoke blend that exists yet. It's just for y'all in this shoot. It's got espresso powder and some brown sugar, some of my favorite spices, including smoked paprika and a little red chili. So I've coated each rack with a nice amount of the blend, and I'm just gonna let them marinate at room temperature while I build the fire. You could do this a day in advance and wrap it tightly in plastic and bring it out of the fridge an hour before cooking, but you don't need to. The pork has such great flavor on its own, and there's plenty going on in the rub that the 40 or so minutes that it takes for me to build the fire will be plenty. So as you can see, we have a great hot fire here. What I've done is set up my grill for 2-zone cooking, and that means the hot coals are on this side and there is nothing on this side except a drip pan. And I added about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch of warm water, and the warm part is important because if you add cold water, it'll take the temperature of the grill down. I never like to be without a bucket o' wood source, Bronson. I have hardwood oak chunks here, or you can also put an adjacent log between the drip pan and the coals. I'll put one more small one on there, on the perimeter of the fire. And I'm doing that, again, so it will smolder slowly and have that nice smoke wafting over the meat and not burst into flames and change the temperature. So it's just about showtime. I'm just gonna clean the grill real quick and we're gonna put the meat on. I like to use an onion. Actually, I was out of onions, so this is actually the biggest shallot I've ever seen. You can add more pressure than you could with a paper towel. As you can see, the meat's been soaking up a delicious rub. I'm gonna put one rib this way. And so these are long racks, so you'll notice that some of the meat is over the coals, and that's okay. And don't worry about if you get a flare up with the wood. All you have to do is close it. We're gonna vent it for smoking. So under the fire, this is open. That allows oxygen to fuel the coals and creates this diagonal draft over the meat. So the smoke is wafting up and over our ribs. Above the fire is closed. On this side, it's open. So here's our airflow. And this is closed as well. Under the drip pan is closed. But we're gonna maintain a steady temperature of 250, 275, and then I'm gonna flip and rotate the racks every 30 minutes. So that way the meat over the coals right now will go to the other side and we'll get even browning and crisping up. It's time to get saucy, meaning we're gonna make our coffee and whiskey sauce. I'm gonna walk you through it. I have 3/4 cup ketchup, a 1/2 cup of strong brewed coffee, a 1/4 cup of dark molasses, 2 tablespoons of sherry vinegar, as well as 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce. Despite cooking a long time, I still can't really say that word, so 2 teaspoons of black pepper and 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. And finally, I'm gonna use one of my favorite Fire and Smoke Society spice blends, which is called The Usual. As a bonus, it smells like Thanksgiving. It smells so good, and it also matches my jumpsuit, so it's a win-win. So we're gonna add 2 teaspoons of that. And the main flavors of The Usual are garlic, rosemary, and a little bit of chili. So it's just gonna add a nice herbaceous flavor to this mix. I wasn't sure what kind of whiskey to get, Bronson, but I know this is a great blend. I do think it's important to know your ingredients, so if you'll let me know if that passes. We're gonna have a whopping half cup of it in our sauce, so you know that's gonna be tasty. I'm gonna whisk the ingredients together. I'm gonna put it over low heat on the stovetop, and I'm gonna let it simmer very gently for about 30 minutes. And then I'm gonna cool it before I use it on the ribs. So let's go check on the meat. The ribs have been on the first 30 minutes. They already smell great, so we're gonna take a peek and give them their first flip. So they're gonna smoke for another 30 minutes, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna do that 3 more times because they're gonna smoke 2 hours before I put them in a low oven. As you can see, they have a really beautiful rich brown color. I only needed to refuel once. After an hour, I added some coals and a couple more chunks of wood. Coffee whiskey sauce smells very good, and brush that on there. So I'm going to do this one more time on the same side, actually, before I pull the ribs from the grill. Now I'm going to shut the grill, and it's going to smoke for the last 30 minutes, and we'll see where we are, but it's looking really great so far. So these babies are ready to come off the grill. They have a really beautiful deep mahogany color from the glaze. I'm going to give the ribs one more layer of sauce, then I'm going to wrap them up and let them just sort of baste and braise and let the sauce work its magic. These are going to go 225 oven we're going to start with 30 minutes and see where we're at. Well, it's the moment of truth. These ribs have smoked for 2 hours. They finished in a 225 oven for a half hour, and I let them rest for another half hour just for all the juices to do their thing. And now we're going to unwrap them and see the sum of our work, basically. Slicing up easily. I think they're going to have some good chew, but they feel very tender. You should serve them with the remaining coffee whiskey sauce on the side. All right, let's see. Bronson, this is the sum of our day right here. It's a delicious rib. You got to get in there and grab one. It's really worked out well, guys. I hope you try this. The recipe is going to be on fireandsmokesociety.com, and please tell me how you like it.